the switchblade knife they found in the father's chest?
Oh, well, hold on. There are other people who haven't had that turn yet. Don't you think we should go in order?
Oh, they'll get a chance. Now, be quiet for a second, will you? Okay, what about the switch knife? That noble, upright boy admitted buying on the night of the murder. Let's talk about it.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's get the knife in here and let's look at it. I'd like to see it again, Miss Lady.
What do we get by seeing the knife again? We've all seen it.
Well, you brought it up.
The gentleman has a right to see evidence at exhibit. The knife and the way it was bought was pretty strong evidence, don't you think so?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now, let's take these facts one at a time. 1. The boy admitted being out of the house at 8 o'clock on the night of the murder, after being punched several times by his father.
Excuse me, he didn't say punched. He said hit. There's a difference between a slap and a punch.
After being hit by his father. 2. The boy went directly to a neighborhood junk shop where he bought a, what do you call these things again?
Switchblade knife.
A switchblade knife, thank you. 3. This isn't an ordinary knife. It had a very unusual carved handle. 4. The storekeeper who sold the knife identified the knife in court and said that it was the only one of its kind he ever had in stock. 5. At about 8:45, the boy met 3 of his friends at the front of the diner. Am I correct so far?
Yes, you are.
You bet he is. Listen to the man. He knows what he's talking about.
The boy was talking to his friends for about an hour, leaving at 9:45. During this time, each of them saw the switch knife. 6. Each of them identified the death weapon in court as that same knife. 7. The boy returned home at 10 o'clock. Now, this is where the story between the boy and the state began to diverge slightly. He claims that he stayed home till 11:30, then went to one of those all-night movies. He returned home at 3:15 to find his father dead and himself arrested. Now, what happened to the switch knife? This is the charming and imaginative little fable that the boy invented. He claims that the knife fell through a hole in his pocket somewhere between 11:30 and 3:15 in the morning, and that he never saw it again. Now, this is a tale, ladies and gentlemen. It is quite clear that the boy never went to the movies. No one saw him going out of the house at 11:30. No one at the movies identified him. He couldn't even remember the pictures that he saw. What actually happened is this. The boy stayed home, had another quarrel with his father, stabbed his father at 10 minutes after 12, and fled from the house. He even remembered to wipe the knife clean of fingerprints. Thank you. Everyone connected with the case identified the knife. Now, are you really trying to tell me that you believe that the knife fell through a hole in the boy's pocket? Someone picked it up from the streets, went to the boy's house, and stabbed his father to test his sharpness?
No. I'm saying it's possible that the boy really lost his knife and someone else has stabbed his father with an identical knife. It's possible.
Take a look at this knife. I've never seen one like this. Neither did the storekeeper who sold it to the boy. Aren't you asking us to accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
I'm not asking anyone to accept it. I'm just saying it's possible.
And I'm saying it's not possible. What is that? That's the same knife, isn't it?
Why?
Hey, how come you got the same knife?
Where did you get that?
I was walking for a couple of hours last night, just thinking. I walked through the boy's neighborhood. This knife, it comes from a little pawn shop just 3 blocks from the boy's house, and it costs only $6.
It's against the law to buy or sell switchblade knives.
That's right. I broke the law.
I'll try. You've made some excellent points. The last one, in which you described the way the boy stabbed his father, was very persuasive. But I still believe that the boy is guilty of murder. There are two reasons. One, the fact that the woman across the street saw the murder committed.
As far as I'm concerned, it's the most important testimony in the whole case.
Two, the fact that the woman described the stabbing by saying that the boy raised his arms over his head and plunged the knife down into his father's chest. As far as I can see, that is uncheckable. That is very clear.
It's absolutely right.
Now, let's take a moment to talk about this woman. She says that she went to bed about 11 o'clock at night. Her bed was next to the window. While lying down, she could see across directly into the tracks into the boy's window. She tossed and turned for over an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she turned towards the window at 10 minutes after 12, and she saw the killing through the passing window of an L train. The lights went out immediately after, she said, but not before she saw the boy stabbing his father. As far as I can see, that is really clear testimony.
That's correct. As far as I'm concerned, that's what I mean.
What do you think? How about you?
Well, I don't know. There's so much evidence to sift. This is a pretty complicated business.
Frankly, I don't see how we can ask for acquittal.
It's not easy to arrange the evidence in order.
It's not your boy. He's somebody else.
Let him live.